Hey y'all, thanks for dropping by Design by Kathy. Today it occurred to me that while I've shown you a lot of acrylic dirty pours and we've done a lot of resin pours, I don't think I've done, or haven't done in a while at least, a resin dirty pour on a canvas. So I'm gonna get set up and let's get started and do that. Today I'm going to be working with art resin. Art resin is it's an amazing resin to work with art and canvas and other things too, but it works really well on this. So that's what we're going to be using today. I have already mixed up my resin because I needed to let it sit for just a little bit. I highly recommend that you wear gloves when you're working with resin. And what I'm doing here is I'm just taking my little popsicle stick and removing the bubbles that have floated to the top. I'm just removing them just like it was foam or something. Just taking those off the top. I'm going to be using 3 colors today. I've got black, a turquoise, and a purple. I saw a picture the other day and it was the turquoise and purple, and I thought it looked so pretty. I have nothing in my house that are those colors, but it was just beautiful colors together, so I thought we'd give that a try. I've done a lot of layering pours, I know, on my videos with resin, and I did a dirty pour with my boat oar. My little, it's a decorative boat oar, not a big real one, but I did that, but I haven't done one in a while on canvas. So I'm dividing this between the 3 little cups that I have here, and you want to, don't like to waste, so let's get as much of it out of here as we can. Okay. And those little droplets that I got on there really aren't going to matter in the scheme of things because we're going to be pouring this on. So let me get 3 popsicle sticks. Now this is the thing that I really want to stress, and I hope I've stressed it enough, but in case you haven't seen any of my other videos and you're just tuning in now, when you're working with resin and I'm using acrylic paints, you are tinting the resin. You're not resining the paint. It takes very little. So I'm going to start with maybe 2 drops. I want it to have a little depth to it, but if you get too much paint in your resin, you get gooey. See, that is beautiful. That was 2 drops, folks. So just remember 2 little drops. And then I want this beautiful purple. Which one has more? I don't want as much black. I just kind of wanted the black to be a little bit of give it a little bit of depth. So I'm going to start with, whoops, that was a half a drip. 2 drips of that. Now that's a little pale. I am going to add 1 more, and let's watch what 1 more, or see what 1 more does. 1 more drip. You see how much it darkened just with that 1 little drop. Okay, then I'm going to add my black. This one's almost empty. I should have turned it upside down. That came out pretty much 2 drops all on its own there. Again, I apologize for the cricket. He just really wants to live here. I found him this morning, and I thought I got him swooshed outside, but the sneaky little thing came back in. So I'm hoping when I edit, we can tone him down. He is just persistent. Also, I have elevated my canvas on these little push pins, thumbtack push pins, to keep it elevated for several reasons. One, it's easier to pick up to do your manipulating, and two, it is allows it to run off the sides there. I'm going to start with just a little bit of black. I want to do several little layers here, but I don't have a whole lot of resin. I know, as some of you may know from past, I tend to do my pourings a little more conservatively than overdo. Now, what I can tell you when you're working with resin and paint, if you have some left, if you make jewelry, or if you have molds, not mold, but molds. Anyway, you can definitely create something else with your leftover resin as long as you get on it pretty quickly, because it will start to set up and cure. Again, I'm just using 3 colors today. Clearly, you can use more. You can even do a 2-color. If it's 2 colors that are really speaking to you, I definitely would go for it. I'm going to leave those in case I need to do some more. So now I'm just going to take my pour. You can see that we've got our little layers in there, and I'm just going to begin to pour it on here. Want to get as much of it out as possible. Trying to make sure I keep that in the frame. And I think I was a little too conservative, but you know, as long as you act quickly, that can be remedied. Okay, folks, so I have mixed up some more, let that do its thing, and so now I've got this ready. I went with a little less black on this particular layer because I really was wanting the turquoise and purple to be so much more predominant than what it was being. So this time, we'll see. What we can get here. It won't be bad that we've got that little bit behind there at all, I don't think, because, you know, a little extra, little character there. I want to try to get it before I let it start running off. I want to try to get it as much over the face of the canvas before I let it run off. Because once it starts running like a stream, you're going to lose all of your product on your table. And I'm just going to continue you know, just to rotate it, not anything, you know, don't hold it up in the air, especially since we're working with resin. In other words, you don't want to pick it up and hold it like this and just sit there and hang out for a while. You do want to just keep gently rotating it. You saw how that just gently swooped over there. Now see, I want this corner, I want it to do the same. You're going to be able to use what's coming off here on any little blank spots or and on your edges. And I have lost a thumbtack somewhere. What in the world happened to that? That will not be good. We must have, oh, there it is. We must have a level surface, as level as possible. Oh, that's not gonna, well, I'm gonna have to fix this momentarily, folks. Sorry about that. I guess I didn't push it in quite hard enough. Now, clearly, once it gets down here and all runs together, it's not going to be the same exact, you know, color pattern that you did have. I've got just little bits here, so you can always take your popsicle stick or pour, and you can just drizzle, drizzle, drizzle wherever you might want it. I'm just going to drizzle some, I like purple in here. I actually going to drizzle a little bit more of the dark. I don't have a lot of that left in here, so it'll be fine. Just didn't want it, I didn't want it to overpower my piece. And then my favorite. And you see how those went on, but then they're flowing in with each other. So this is not going to stay in little streaks like this. Not at this point in the game. And this is a messy little task here, I'm telling you. But that's why we wear gloves, protect, and protect your furniture. You don't want the cat, the dog, or the babies getting into resin. I can assure you of that. That is a definite no-no. The reason I'm not sticking that other thumbtack in here is because it has resin all over it. I have resin all over me, so I need to get a clean one. Otherwise, I'll just drill it into my surface here and it'll be stuck. But there we have it. I think this is really pretty, really pretty. I like I don't know, that painting. It was on Pinterest. You can find it if you want to see. I'm not trying to copy the piece of art by any means. It was just the colors. The colors were just so awesome together. It's on my Pinterest page under art. Look for inspiration wherever you can find it, folks. Whether it's in nature, it's all around. Inspiration's all around us. So just all you gotta do is just look for it. Okay, well there we have it. I'm gonna put some of my, hold on, let me get these gloves off. And that's probably the messiest I've been here. I'm gonna use, I see some little bubbles, so I'm gonna use my, it's called Eat a Bubble. Love this stuff. You can also use your torch. But if you're new to this and you're kind of leery of using a torch, definitely recommend this. It's by Clear Coat. It's called Eat a Bubble. Anyway, there we have it. I don't know what I should call this, but I think the colors are really pretty. Hope you'll give it a try. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you got something out of this little video, and I hope you'll give it a try. If you have any questions about resin, using resin with acrylic paints or resin with resin tints, don't hesitate to ask, and I hope you'll like, share, and please subscribe. And guys, whatever you do, make it yours, make it personal, and you can do it. Thanks.